It's your boy YK, man, and I'm back again with another motivation video, man. This Motivation Friday. We about to get right into it, man. You guys should see that I got the video up in Nipsey right now, and just watch it, man, and see the question.
I think as human beings, everybody has a natural gift and a natural passion, but then you go outside and you get influenced and you feel pressure from what's going on outside. And so, I read one time, like, would you rather be at war with yourself and at peace with the world, or at peace with yourself and at war with the world? And that was powerful for me. It's about just
the. Okay, so I would say, would I rather be at peace with the world and at war with myself, or would I rather be at war with the world and at peace with myself? I would say that I would rather be at war with myself. And I say that because if you really think about it, man, yeah, so what I got from the message was that I'd rather be at war with myself. I say I'd rather be at war with myself because I feel like all these things should be handled internally and not forced onto the world. Because they your own problems. Like, whatever you want in your life, the world should never, like, everybody in the world shouldn't know about that. Like, everybody in the world shouldn't feel your wrath on certain things. So yeah, what I gathered from that was I rather be at war with myself because it's an internal battle, man. If I want to get to where I want to get to, bro, like, I got things that I want to do. So in order for me to do those things, I have to understand myself and understand that certain things have to happen, certain sacrifices have to happen, certain understandings have to happen. And that only happens when you real with yourself and you was quote unquote at war with yourself when those things happen. Cause you really looking internally on like man, this like like I gotta fix this, or I'm not gonna be successful. So it's really about what your goals are. Like, your goals are super big. I'd rather you handle it internally because once you figure out once you figure out yourself completely, then you can't be mad at yourself regardless of the results that you get, because I feel like you put your best foot forward that way because it's like I figured out everything I possibly can about myself. I know my weak points, I know my strong points. So I feel like you learn all that through internal wars and multiple tests and things of that nature. Basically things of the world. So the world can get my peace. That don't necessarily mean that I'm gonna allow everything to happen. I'm just gonna get rolled over in the world or nothing like that. But at the same time, I don't want to force my my own, basically my own thoughts. I don't want to force those onto the world. Like, or how I'm feeling. Like, y'all ain't gonna, like, I'm trying to get successful, so y'all gonna feel this. Like, nah, I rather, okay, I need to correct myself. Like, if I go through a situation, for instance, so if I go through a situation, I gotta determine to myself whether whether I took it out of context. Basically, pretty much what I'm trying to say is I gotta gather all the information that I can, apply it to the situation, and then I can start saying what's going on. But I can't just automatically be like, that happened, so it's F the world. I can't just do that. Like, I gotta think about my future, and I gotta think about who else it impacts. I gotta think about stuff like that. Like, if I was wrong in a situation, or I could have did something in a situation that I could have made better, then it was something I would look at myself internally and be like, hey, man, come on, man, you gotta be better than that, D. Like, you can't let that happen, bro. Cause really, the internal war is like your two thoughts combining pretty much. So we had these on the daily. I'm pretty sure you guys have them as well, where it's two conflicting thoughts, and you trying to balance whether you want to go with this one or this one. But I pretty much always go with the solution. You know, I try to find the best solution that I can come up with. You know, so yeah, man, I never let things happen to me twice because of that. You know, I'm just that in tune with my eternal self. You know, that I never let things happen twice. So if I can prevent a situation from happening, the only way I can learn that is through internally telling myself like, okay, this happened before. Do not let this same situation unfold in front of you without you making the proper adjustments because you've been here before, you know. So it's like I've been here before, so I can better handle the situation, you know. So the only way you do that is with internally understanding certain things, you know. Um, when I say that, it's like okay. Internally, these are things you deal with. You deal with problems. You deal with your job. You deal with health. You deal with your faith. You deal with your money, your financials. You know, you deal with your family, your friends, your kids. You know, stuff like that. You know, so these are all the things that factor in to who you are internally. And certain things, man, you gotta apply stuff different, you know, because it can be a situation where, okay, say you lose your job, right? You lose your job, but you mad at the world, like you mad at everybody else, but you're not analyzing what you did in the situation. Like that's what I took from him saying the war with the world or the war internally. Um, like internally I would have handled that situation like, come on D, like come on D, you handled a certain situation wrong, the wrong way, like you didn't have to argue with that coworker or you didn't have to argue with your boss, like you could have made a better decision. And that to me, that will give me internal peace, you know. But the world would never know that I ever had that situation because I'm gonna take it with a smile on my face, like thanks for the opportunity. You guys move on, I move on, pretty much, you know, like situation like that, you know. But internally, I'm probably like man, what the, like, this is the worst job, or this is the worst thing that could ever happen to me, type thing. But at the same time, man, you gotta be able to understand yourself enough to check those things, you know, in advance, you know. Everything that happens internally, man, is, well, to me, is for a purpose. You know, if I want to get successful, man, it's not gonna be an easy journey. And I always tell myself that, man. Like, it's not gonna be easy to get to where you want to get to, man. So we gotta learn along the road to figure certain things out, you know. And I gotta figure things out in a better way, you know, most efficient way, the best way to get things done, you know. But but yeah, um, that's what I took from it, man. I hope this helped you guys to like know that know that somebody else out there, you know, goes through the internal wars with themselves, you know, and you're not out there by yourself, you know. Um, of course, like I said, man, it's not all bad. It's not all bad stuff that happens, you know, internally, you know. I know war is such a crazy word, but it's not necessarily always a fight. You know, war. Like we think of war as always a fight, but it's a lot of strategy within a war. You know, and no war was ever won without strategy. You know, so what I mean by war, man, and I'm pretty sure Nipsey probably had that kind of thought process because this is actually a deep question. You know, so I feel like yeah. So I feel like that is something that it's a good thing, man. You know, like it's not always a bad thing. You know, internal wars are good. You know, if that can help you in the future. You know, so yeah, man. Just tell me how you feel about it. Tell me the way you approach the question or the situation, you know. And yeah, man, like, comment, subscribe. Make sure y'all share this, man. I hope somebody out there can use this and apply this, you know. Like I said, man, subscribe. We gonna keep making content, man, and we gonna keep going, man. We grinding right now. So I'm gonna give y'all videos, and whenever I'm trying to get a schedule going, so I'm gonna make sure I'm sticking to the schedule. So thank you. By the way, man, shop at the Marathon Clothing, man. This is a dope shirt, man. I appreciate it. I like supporting people that's on the come up, you know. Yeah.